Hi, I'm Brannon Braga, co-writer, director, and producer of Cosmos, Possible Worlds, and you are watching For All Nerds, including me.
Hey, this is Tatiana Jones, and we're here at New York Comic Con 2018 with Brannon Braga, the executive producer of Cosmos, Possible Worlds, dropping March 2019, around that time. We hope.
Terrifyingly, yes. We're not done making it yet, but yeah.
Okay, so that's interesting. So how do you feel the fact that it's still kind of in production right now, that you still have some things to pin down, and you just mentioned fear, but shouldn't there also be some excitement there? You had a good experience with this.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's really fun to do.
Yeah.
We've just entered the post-production phase, which involves thousands of visual effects, and when you're cutting the shows together and there's nothing there yet, it's a little alarming, but it's starting to cohere, and we're really thrilled with the way things are turning out.
Yeah. So when it came to reviving the Cosmos world, how did you put that picture together? Like, what was your thoughts when you painted that picture of how to approach the series?
Well, that's a question for Anne Druyan, who did the original with Carl Sagan. I think she is the DNA.
Yeah.
And I was brought in to help out, and fortunately I was a huge fan of the Sagan one when I was a teenager, so the fact that I'm working on it is kind of almost surreal. But I'm a big fan of what Cosmos is about, which is critical thinking, and it matters what's true. And more than ever nowadays, it matters what's true.
Yeah.
And this is about seeking truth, about nature's laws, and how exciting it is, and how it can change us and the future.
What has been the most surprising feedback you received from viewers or other people involved in the show?
I don't want to say I was surprised by the feedback that the show got last time. I was just really pleased that people embraced it and that young people were watching it, children, teenagers as well as adults, and based on some videos I've seen on YouTube, cats watch it, but that's not really our audience. I really did see a cat watching episodes, but we're just really happy that people welcomed the show.
They're receptive to it.
There was a lot of goodwill, obviously, from the original, but there's always that thought in the back of your mind: how could it possibly even measure up to the original? And but I think it turned out okay.
No, I think it turned out very well. I'm a big fan of the show, and I like the fact that it's not just strictly science. Like, you have scientific facts, you have all the factual data there, but you present it in a story format. I talked to Anne earlier, and I mentioned that it's more like a film as opposed to a documentary.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it has a much more softer feel to it, as opposed to someone just throwing daggers of information at you. So that being said, what do you see as the future of Cosmos?
Well, you just said something that I've said several times today. It's not a documentary. We can't take cameras to outer space or the future or the past. We write these scripts. The Cosmos script looks like any other dramatic series script. It's a story. Each episode's a story, and with many subplots. And sometimes it's a mystery story. And sometimes it's an action-adventure story or an interplanetary exploration story. Sometimes it's a story about nature on Earth. I mean, it's just that's how we approach it. You said it better than I did. Education can be transformative and emotional. It's another thing, I tear up sometimes with this show, and at the original, it's like, what science show does that?
None that I know.
An narratively driven one that involves you in the story of it all.
Yes, absolutely. Excellent. And just finally, what do you see? We mentioned about how you see going forward. What do you see in terms of bringing, whether new visuals, whether bringing new people into the series?
Well, I don't know. Beyond this show takes so long to make.
Yeah, we were scared that it wasn't coming back, even though we were clamoring for it.
It took 2 years to write and about 2 years to make.
Yeah.
So it's hard to imagine doing it again right now. But I'm sure it will go on, and I'm not sure what it will. There's so much to learn about the universe we live in. The topics are endless.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a continuation.
Okay. And before we part ways, any advice you want to give to up-and-coming creatives or people who want to be in your position, want to executive produce amazing projects like this?
Well, I'm a writer, first and foremost.
Yeah.
If you're a writer, keep writing. If you're an actor, keep acting, studying, because an opportunity might come up. And that's, to me, the key to success is opportunity meets preparedness.
Yes.
If a little door opens, you got to be ready, But there's no success story that's this. I've never heard the same success story. It's amazing to me. But just you do what. If you're a writer, you can write. It's free.
This is true. This is great advice. So keep going.
Yes.
Don't stop. There are infinite possibilities.
That's right.
There we go.